Welcome back everyone to more gameplay of Farm Manager 2021, and in today's video I'm hoping I can find something else that will make me as happy as these windmills, because I'm quite frankly mesmerized by these things, especially when I do this. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful, and I'm hoping that we can find some other things that make me as happy as watching these things just turn and make us money without having any extra expenses, no employees, no storage to worry about, no food to purchase, none of that. So let's begin, shall we? All right, we know we've got some training, right? Yes, we've got some training that we can do. We've got a lot of different things that we can do. I like this. I like this a lot, but that's certainly not the only thing. I mean, think about this. 30% reduction in the price of buildings. I'm not sure if that applies to everything, but that is a huge discount. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. 20 days for the initial. Of course, we don't care about the price of machine. That doesn't matter to us at all right now, but I do want to get into these price reductions on the buildings. So we're at 2.7 million right now. And the next thing I want to get into is the goats. So the goats are actually the only thing so far in this game that I have real life experience with. And I want to see just how fun they are. I mean, immediately, the fact that I have real life experience with them got me excited about this. So I think I want to put the goats over here. So let's get our camera top down. At least I really wish it would let me zoom out right here. I really want to zoom out some more, but it will not let me. So I think this is a pretty good area. I mean, you can see we've already got some storage over here with the silos. We've got a couple more storage buildings. We got some logistics here. But I think the first thing I want to do is let's go ahead and let's just run this road all the way down through here. This may mess up our grid as we get going down through here. We'll have to see how it all works out. But I think this is sort of my line in the sand, or line in the gravel, as it were. And then we're going to start building down through here. And we'll see how this all works out on the grid. But I think that's how I want to do it. And I'm sure that we'll have to lay down some more electricity and that kind of thing. But for right now, let's get started. All right, so what all are we going to need? Well, we know we're going to need another barn. Can I fit a barn right here? I cannot. I cannot flip that around. Okay, so the barn will have to go like right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that next. We know we're going to need some cut-through roads, and can I do... No, I cannot. All right, so we're going to mess up our grid system immediately. That didn't take long. So let's go ahead and put that there so we don't get ourselves cut off. So now that gives us 1, 2, and 3 roads that are running through the farm. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we need... Because my plan, what I really want to do with these is I'd like to kind of line these guys up here and put some logistics and things in here. I'm not sure if I want to line them up what would be long ways, top to bottom, or east-west on here. We'll have to see how that works out. But we know we're going to need a warehouse because we're going to need, I have to imagine, I have not looked yet, but I have to imagine that they're going to eat similar to what the cows ate. Similar. We're going to have some sort of grass, hay, silage type of product in there. Maybe all three. Who knows? And then that we know is going to be in the barn. So I want the barn nearby. I'm thinking this area right here is going to be for our housing. That way they'll be very close. And... let's see, logistics, where can we put that? Because I'm going to want some more logistics building. I know we got 2 here, but they're being used pretty heavily right now, just with our existing pig operation. So again, there's so much going on with this. Let's start to put this down. Oh, we also need another one of these. Let's see, do I want to put this here? I think I do. So let's go ahead and put that down. All right, so that's going to take care of a couple of things. Boy, this manure storage is that's going to haunt me forever. After we had that, was it one, maybe two videos where I just could not figure out what the error message was. Oh, got some more training. That will probably haunt me forever. Okay, where are we here? We want, accelerating the cargo. I also want that. Again, it's just every time I come in here, I see something else that I just can't wait to get. Some training that needs to be completed like yesterday. So for right now, let's go ahead and reduce the price of the buildings by 10%. That will work. All right, here we go. Animals. And where are you? Sheds. There we go. Large shed. All the way at the end. Is that right? Okay, 32 grand. And I'm thinking, yeah, let's put them like right along here. Or at least, yeah, that's good. That's good. Now, to keep myself from messing up too badly, I'm going to go ahead and lay the road out there. Then, okay, well, how's our money doing? 3.3 million. Yeah, there we go. I like this. All right, so 1, 2, and let's do 3 right there. And then, so we've got storage. We're going to put our housing right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put down 2 buildings for that. Because, now remember, we're going to be using these goats for, not the meat. Again, for right now, I'm staying away from any more of the slaughterhouses. I really want to deal with the milk, and that means that just like we did with the cows, that's going to mean an opportunity for cheese. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. All right, how many people do we need? Oh, 3. Yikes. Okay, well, that's more people than I thought we were going to need. So that's going to mean, wow, we're going to need 9 people just for these 3. Okay, all right, we'll deal with that. And let's see, where do we want to go from here? Because remember, I'm going to put, so we got housing here, logistics, I'm thinking maybe here, and then run the line, the road right through here, and then maybe 3 more goats there. In fact, I like that. I like that. We'll get back to the electricity here in just a moment and hiring people and all that. But I think, let's see, what do the logistics buildings look like right here? If I did one of these, does that really mess up everything? It does not, actually. It looks like that's going to fit perfectly. So I'm going to put 2 of these. And let's make sure we get them back to back right here. I'm going to put 2. So right there and there. Here, there, and everywhere. Okay, so then we got that. All right, we're going to come out with this a little bit farther, top and bottom. Okay, I like that. So far, so good. And then let's lay down some more of that. I mean, to be large sheds, they're not all that large. But admittedly, I'm pretty jaded after seeing the size of some of these other facilities. All right, so let's go there. So 2 and 3. Okay. And let's see, that's going to leave us a little bit of an awkward situation as far as our road network that's running north and south. Because if I put one right through, where are we at here? Oh, the winter's here, okay. Winter is coming. All right, if I go right through here, that's going to leave an awkward area right here. Again, we'll deal with that. Can't all be perfect, at least not when I'm working on it anyway. All right, let's do maybe that. Where am I going to connect this to? How about there? There we go, yeah. It moves the poles around for me. And, okay, so that's going to take care of that portion of it. And let's see. Road network. Let's go ahead and bring it down through here. I mean, I'm thinking, like, we know there are some things we can use for here in buildings, such as employee housing. In fact, this is big enough. This is 4 tiles deep. So, yeah, we can do some things with that. Let's just do it. Who knows? if we need to come back in here later on and change some things around again, it certainly wouldn't be the first time or the last time. Okay. All right, let's start hiring some employees. So we know we need 3 each, so we're going to need 9 just for these bottom groups here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and fill these guys up. And of course we need animals. So there's 1, 2, 3. All right, let's just mess around with this a little bit and see if it helps to come back to no. All right, so much for that. So let's do a little training. We're at 3.6 million, so that is not a big deal. Now, you notice that we've got these sliders up here. I have not messed with those because I'm not entirely sure what that is going to mean. I can only assume it's got something to do with their happiness, but I just haven't gotten into that yet. And I don't think any of our employees have left. Not that I'm aware of. Nobody's walked out on us. But who knows? Maybe they have. Maybe I just haven't noticed it yet. So many pop-ups going on. Maybe I just missed it. Training is finished. Okay, so we'll get back to that here in just a second. Let's go goats right now. And let's do, once again, we'll do half. All right, here we go. We got grass, we got silage, crops, and did we do carrots? Yeah, we did carrots. Okay, I saw it up at the top there. So we'll do that. That certainly works for me. And let's assign the 3 workers we've been able to hire so far. Okay. All right, I think we're good there. Okay, so we've got a barn nearby, and I'm not exactly sure how the deliveries go on these. Like when they're delivering stuff to us, does it separate this out? It's hard to tell because anytime you click on a warehouse, a barn, or anything, you notice that it shows you the totals among all of them. So I'm not sure if it just connects them all as one super storage or what. I would certainly be fine with that. It would make things a little easier. Okay, what are you guys waiting on? Is it food? Not enough resources. Okay, so you guys are busy working on that. Let's see if we can hire some more people. All right, so let's do 1, 2, 3, and okay, so you guys are going to make me work for this. Okay, so Maya, let's get you taken care of, and then Elliot. Full training. And at some point, I'm sure this is going to come back to bite me, that I am not paying attention to that, but it hasn't yet, so I guess we'll deal with that whenever we get there. Okay, so there's the second one ready to go. Let's get our goats in here. And once again, we'll get about half in there. We'll choose our food. Feels weird to choose the first 4 instead of mixing it up some. All right, so that we should be good to go there. Let's see if we can, I have to remember that we need to set up our auto sell for their milk if we're not going to do the cheese right away. And we may not. We may just get started here with the milk for the time being. Oh, there we are. Perfect employee. There we go. And then 2 and... Okay, so let's just go ahead and do the 2 there, and then we'll do 1 here in the new housing. And animals, there we go. Okay, so that'll give us 3, and that'll take care of our bottom portion here. Okay, animals and endurance, thank you very much, sir. All right, so Gabriel, awesome. Let's see. So Gabriel, Isaac, and Robin. Now I do need to do Robin's training. There we go. All right, so now we're done at the bottom with people. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get this taken care of. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and set up the auto sell for our goat's milk. And what is that? Wow, okay. That must be the goat cheese. Okay, goat's milk. Let's set up the auto sell. And for right now, we'll just sell all of it. But I definitely want to get into the cheese. But we may wait a little bit about that. We may just get everything up and running before we get into the cheese. Because if we do that, then I'm probably going to need to put the factory like right here. And then we'll probably do a whole lot more goats over here along the side. Okay, now I notice that this means they are ready to, yep, in fact, there you go. So the vets can reach this area. However, would it be better, let's see, well, it's a one-time thing since we're not doing the meat. So we're not taking them to the slaughterhouse. So once we get these guys taken care of and get these pens full, then we're done. So I was going to put another vet over here, and I may still do that in this smaller area, but for right now I'm going to hold off. Speaking of which, what is it they're waiting on? Is it food? Carrots. So they're looking for carrots. In fact, just as a preemptive measure, let's go to our carrots. We don't have carrots? Did I seriously not put carrots down there? Really? So if I go, I could have sworn we did that. I guess I didn't. Okay, carrots it is. So let's buy. And I have no idea how many we need. So let's just do 3,000. That should be, not 30,000. That should be enough. Okay, wow. Well, I guess you do learn something new every day. So we'll get those carrots delivered. Now, it says we have 2,000. Oh, never mind. Those are fodder beets. Oh, boy. They say that the mind is the first thing to go. And I believe that's right. I believe my mind is about gone. We've done so much in this game. You can see the vet. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. It's telling me to call the vet, which means that we must be out of range. Yeah, we're out of range. So let's just go ahead and do it. I thought we might just be in range there, but apparently we are not. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that because that'll open up the range for anything else we're working on. Okay, no big deal there. That's certainly not. In fact, let's just go ahead and let's put down another one. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do that. Then while I am thinking about it, I've got a complex now about this thing. Can I put this in there? Yeah, let's put this in there. We're going to fit those in there, and that will be perfect. So they shouldn't have to go very far at all for anything. Most of their food's going to be here. A warehouse is one thing they don't have extremely close nearby, but the manure, the slurry, all of that should be pretty close nearby. So I'm happy with our setup right now. So now that means we can move into these guys at the bottom and get them up and running. So we're full on our first house, and we've got one worker in the second one. So let's make sure that we've got everything we need in these before I move on. But yeah, this is what I mean when I tell you guys constantly that I have to have the auto trade, the auto buy, auto sell, all of that. I have to have that because I will lose track. Because in my head, those were carrots up here instead of the beets. That's exactly what they were. And at this point, we could really just get rid of all these. They're not really serving a purpose now that we have the auto trade on them. Okay, so my next question is, let's see, we're getting pretty far from a warehouse. We're getting pretty far. I could drop one into here probably, but I'm thinking, you can see, in fact, the edge, we're getting right to the edge. So what I'm going to need to do pretty soon is put another of these warehouses down because that's where our carrots are being stored, as well as our fodder beets. So yeah, that's going to, and we're going to need more housing, so I don't want to put it there. I could put it right here. That's not a a terrible idea. Let's see how well it fits there. So a warehouse. Oh yeah, that should fit quite nicely right there, in fact. Okay, let's do that. Let's go ahead and put that nearby. Again, it's not the most in the most efficient area per se, but yeah, you guys, I'm sure, have noticed multiple times over that my efficiency is not necessarily the best, but we do have plenty of trucks, storage, and so on here. So let's get back to business. We need to hire some more people. All right, show me all the animals. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, 6. We got 6 employees out of there. We normally don't get that many that we want from the same thing. Okay, so she is already good to go. Isabel was already fully trained. Yikes. Aaron, so the game likes me right now. I'm not sure what I've done, but for the time being, the game likes me a little bit. All right, Eleanor, yep, fully trained. Now, we did not pick up any perfect employees, perfect types of employees, I don't believe. Okay, Nancy, I believe I just trained her. Couldn't remember. Okay, Rosie. Okay, I believe that's everybody. Okay, so let's start filling in these now. 1, 2, 3. Get me some goats. And let's get a few of them. Set up our food. There we go. Okay, I believe these guys are all good. And let's go number next. 1, 2, 3. And speaking of which, what does that give us? Okay, we have room for one more person. All right, so we're definitely going to need some more. Okay. All right, so let's take care of these guys before I forget. Okay, there we go. Food. We are good to go there. And okay, so that's going to leave us with this remaining one. And again, I could put the housing right there, but I'm going to stick with this same area and just put it down here. Cozy it up right up next to the other 2 buildings. That'll leave us a little room on the side just in case I need to drop a silo or something in here at some point. Because that's one of the hardest things for me to remember. Let me go ahead and hire this last one in this animals. There we go. One of the hardest things for me to remember as I get deeper and deeper to these games is to keep adding more storage, even if it's overkill. Because I really don't like the idea that they have to go right to the edge of the bubble, like right to the edge of this purple area, because that means they're having to travel a good ways in order to get what they need, and I don't really like that idea. All right, let's go ahead and get Ava in here because that means, oh, we got to get electricity in here. Okay, all right, we'll do that first. And okay, well, that's, wow. Well, that's interesting. I really want to put this about like right here or something. Okay, let's hire some more people. That's not going to be as nice and neat as I had hoped. So, okay, maybe we're not going to hire any people. Let's just go ahead and do that. Play around a little bit, and we have nothing. Okay, we'll check back. So maybe we are going to work with this right quick. All right, let's go ahead and do that. And let's see, where do we need this electricity? So if we put it about like right here. I mean, I could go. No, let's not mess around with it. It's not as nice and neat as I might prefer for it to be. But if I put it right here, that'll be pretty good. All right, let's connect it up. Okay, so now you guys, no electricity. All right, it should reset, right? Or did I leave that out again? Apparently I did. Okay, I did not realize that. I thought, yeah, like right there. I thought it was taken care of. Why is that showing? Interesting. So I thought like the entry is like right there, which is within the area, but maybe it needs the center point in there. Okay, so never mind. We're not gonna mess with this. We'll just be on the safe side with this, I guess. And I'll put it like right there. And that should, yeah, there we go. Okay, so apparently there's the center point. I thought previously that it was as long as the entryway here had electricity, then you were good, but maybe it is somewhere in the center. All right, no matter. Either way, it works out for us. Let's see if now we can hire some people. We need 2 more people, and there we go. Now you're going to give me some people I like. I was beginning to wonder. I really was. All right, so Lois, let's get you. Oh, you're already fully trained. And so let's get back in here. Mila, okay, a little training for you. And you guys are good to go. Let's assign. Spring is here. I didn't even notice. You know, it's not like everything was all white during the winter. There we go. Oh, I love seeing this so much. I never realized from the first game just how little I like the wintertime and why it is so amazing that you can skip it until we've had to spend so much time under a blanket of snow during the winter. It really makes me think about skipping it more and more because with all the colors, it is so much better to look at, especially when you start to zoom in and really do a fly around of the farm. All right, so these guys, let's get these guys taken care of. Now that we've got employees, we can start dropping some animals in here. There we go. Okay. All right, I like it. We're seeing delivery trucks out running around. Logistics is good to go. And what are these? Is that the food trough? Okay, that's our hay and silage and stuff in there. Okay, got it. Okay, very nice. So, goats are up and running. Let's check real quick. We need to do some more training. Where were we on our training? Yeah, price of buildings. Let's do that. I mean, again, most of this training doesn't cost a whole lot of money. And given that most of this you're going to be doing later on in the game, middle to later on in the game, you're going to have plenty of money. Money is generally not an issue for training, except the things you might want to get done very early on. But we're sitting here currently at $5.8 million and really just looking for places to spend it. Just looking for a variety of things, different animals, different things we can do. And at some point, we're going to run out of animals and we're going to have to start building fields and see how the field work goes in this game. I hope the prologue, I did play the prologue a little bit. I didn't want to get too deep into it because I wanted to save everything to be as fresh as possible when the game itself came out. But I do believe they've made some improvements to how the fields work. Hopefully they have, because I did not enjoy the field work very much at all in the first one. It was just way too much manual stuff for me to do to really help me enjoy it. But hopefully they made some improvements and it'll be fun to do now. And then that'll give us an opportunity to start working with some seasonal workers instead of every employee we hire being permanent. But right now, as we move our way around, let's see, where are we with milk production? I did put milk in there, right? Okay, so yeah, we're selling off. There's our cow's milk that we do have cheese production up and running for. At this point, we could do some cheese production if we wanted to. Let's see, just to remind myself, how much is... All right, the milk processing is, okay, $306,000. You can see our prices are coming down a little bit already based on our training. So it's the prices are definitely a lot better than some of our other options. So that's not too bad. I might throw down a couple of those, sell off some milk, sell off some cheese, and sort of break it up a little bit like that. But we'll make those decisions when we come back next time. For now, goat production is a go. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and stick around as we will continue our gameplay of Farm Manager 2021.